Welcome back to the locker room in another of the biggest stories of the season. Roma stunned Barcelona to reach the semi-finals. We'll get to the super achievement by the Giallorossi, but before we do, we must talk about Barca's third straight exit at this stage. Was Ernesto Valverde too defensive in his approach to the second leg, Thomas?
He played the exact starting 11 that played at home. Again, not one change. Rome at home, same 11 as on the road. By the way, talk about coaching, the other coach I've coached making 4 changes. Let's talk to Valverde. Real quick, okay, can you guys see this? We'll wait a little bit.
You're there, you're in shot.
At the 38th minute, Messi drops a little bit into midfield for the first time, by the way. Get involved, Mr. Messi. And they slow things down. It almost looks like they're going to sit on this lead comfortably. And in the last 26 games, Mr. Messi's 90 minutes, all right, can we see this? Has played as a typical number 10. In both games, he's played ahead of Luis Suarez. Messi just basically either through Valverde or himself took himself out of the game. Fatigue has played such a huge role here.
When he stays up front. When he stays up front.
Correct.
You know why? You know why he stays up front?
Bubba, look.
You know why he stays up front?
Suarez was the playmaker.
You know why?
Look, reversed. He plays as a 10.
You know why he stays up front? Because he's tired.
Yeah, exactly. You said that last week.
So now has it caught up with Valverde not resting Messi in these league games to preserve that unbeaten run?
Absolutely.
Piqué, Iniesta, Busquets, Suarez, Messi. You gotta let them rest, my friend Valverde. I can't tell you from Miami. You gotta make them rest, my friend, because they can't play every 3 days. You've got Coutinho, Dembele, Alcacer. You spend 300 million euro for 2 players, and Alcacer on the bench. You put them against Leganés. You make them play. You don't make those players play, because then they're going to win the game in Champions League. And you got to make the big guys rest. They can't play, or they're not 25 years old anymore.
In my mind, we were talking about this during the break. The moves that Zidane made at the half of his match versus the moves that were not made by Valverde. I agree with you 100% the way you framed this. Too pragmatic, too defensive a coach. He didn't want to rattle things up. When all of a sudden water's just pouring in from both sides, and your first substitution doesn't come till after the 80th minute, and it's Andre Gomes, I mean, something's wrong. I'm not picking on Gomes. I'm picking on Valverde. He had guys, even Alcacer earlier, but especially someone like Dembele, who they spent $100 million on. Put the kid out there to give him a chance.
100%. If I just to pick up on that exact same point, when they went 2-0 down, that's when you start to worry, because 2-0, you look at it, one more and we're out. That was the 58th minute. Right? Dembele comes on in the 85th minute, 5 minutes from the end. The moment they went 2-0 down, that was the time for me to Valverde to go. Dembele on, we've got to go with them, we've got to push forward. We cannot sit back because we're in danger of going out here. Nothing changed until they went 3-0 down. You got 5 minutes left. Now you start pushing forward. It was way too late.
Can we give some credit to Roma, though?
Yeah, you can. That's exactly right. It was a remarkable comeback. Only the third team to come from 3 behind after the first leg of the competition.
And who have they shut out? They shut out Atleti. They shut out Chelsea. They shut out Barcelona at home. They have been impenetrable there. When you talk about Messi and Suarez, Hazard and Griezmann, I mean, we have to give some credit to what Di Francesco has done. Alisson in the net and Dzeko looking like a world beater up front.
Correct, but the most important thing there is in their last game against Fiorentina, which they lost. And they said, you know what, we'll take this loss. Kolarov, you sit. De Rossi, you sit. And you know what, all of a sudden, I come with Schick in that game that Valverde was surprised with as well. So, well done. Outcoached Valverde. The 4 changes made a difference.
If you don't run, you don't win.
And just to say something positive about Barcelona.
Is there something?
There's nothing positive.
There is.
Gary,
They will go on to win their league title.
who cares, Gary?
Who cares? We're going to do the double.
Who cares?
Right alongside Manchester City.
It's a good point you make, Gary, because many seem to be forgetting that the league title to win is a long and arduous campaign, and it's almost like Pep, who will go on to in a minute, and Valverde. These achievements have been overlooked.
He could win it undefeated, Valverde. And let's just look at this way. What if Real Madrid do not win the European Champions League? They get nothing this season. Barcelona do a League and Cup double. Who's the winner at the end of the day? Barcelona.
No.
By a million miles.
Barcelona has to
they have one
compete for the UCL final each and every year, not once every 4 years. And you know what? The 0 losses that has become a preoccupation of the team, without a doubt. Who cares? Zidane's it halfway through, third, fourth, second. I don't care. Ronaldo, you come up for it. Modric, Isco, we change you.
But they might not win it, Real Madrid. They might end up with nothing. Barca will win the league and have a great chance to win the cup.
Just like City, they'll win the league. Yeah. So you say Pep Guardiola has done a great job at City?
It's a decent
job. Well, let's go.